You know that sinking feeling when you realize you've been caught in a lie so spectacular that even your friends turn on you? A TikTok creator just experienced that in the most public, humiliating way possible. She didn't just get called out by fans, she got demolished by receipts from her own supposed friend. The betrayal? Chef's kiss. But this isn't just about one messy creator getting exposed for spreading lies about Love Island's Nicolandria. What I'm about to show you will make you question everything you've seen online about this couple, because her own text messages prove she knew she was lying the entire time. Before we dive into this complete unraveling, smash that subscribe button for sophisticated reality TV breakdowns, hit the like button, and definitely hit that hypey button. YouTube's latest way to support creators. The Nicolandria story is far from over, and what's coming next is absolutely unhinged. This isn't the first time someone has tried to manufacture drama around Nick and Olandria. Ever since these Love Island USA Season 7 runners-up got together, there's been a specific group desperately trying to prove their relationship is fake. They've been acting like investigative journalists uncovering corruption, except they're just making stuff up about a couple minding their own business. The hatred toward Nicolandria, specifically toward Olandria, has never been about whether their relationship is genuine. It's about something darker and more calculated. But first, you need to understand what went down with this Vegas club situation, because how this imploded is genuinely one of the most satisfying exposures I've seen in reality TV commentary. The person who spread these rumors got called out by Nicolandria, a creator who's been defending Olandria against constant attacks.
And in that moment, she realized she fucked up.
And he didn't just call her out with opinions. He came with text message receipts from her own friend, showing she lied about everything. But how those receipts ended up in his hands? That plot twist nobody saw coming. A TikTok user named Destiny, who works at a club in Vegas, posted a video captioned, "When you're working at a spicy club and see a certain Love Islander who you thought was supposed to be in a committed relationship." The video showed Nick sitting with a woman in revealing clothing standing in front of him. The implication was clear. Nick was at a strip club getting lap dances while committed to Olandria. The internet lost its mind. Within hours, people declared Nicolandria was over, that Nick had been caught cheating, that Ace Green had been right about their relationship being fake. Content creators immediately started making videos about how Nick betrayed Olandria, how this proved the relationship was fake for clout, how this was exactly what everyone expected. The engagement was skyrocketing, and Destiny was getting exactly what she wanted: attention. But Nicolandria did something revolutionary. He actually investigated the claims before making a video. What he discovered made the entire narrative fall apart immediately. Nicolandria researched the club, and what he found made Destiny's story look immediately suspicious.
There they are, in the corner. That's them, in the corner. If you zoom in, I had to do an exercise.
When asked who, somebody commented Nick, she liked it. Somebody commented LOL, and she responded, "I be seeing crazy shit." Somebody also said, "Girl, I know that this is private, but was it at the XS Vegas?" And then she liked this. So this gives a hint of like where the place is, right? So people were online saying that like this was a private room and this was like a strip club, etc., etc., right? I went ahead and looked this club up. This is kind of like a rave type of setting, and apparently this club, like, it does not have private rooms from what I researched. I also went to the page of this nightclub, and guess what's on the story? Nick, who was clearly doing some type of event with them. Apparently he was working with the brand Celsius, and people were like posting pictures of him with his friend, I guess trying to like say, well, he didn't come alone. I don't know, just like, it's not making any sense. The whole thing's not making any sense, because honestly, even the girl who made the TikTok didn't accuse him of being at a strip club, but she said it was a spicy club and alluded that that must mean he's unfaithful. So that's just weird, because what is spicy about this club? Because what I researched is not spicy. And also, why are you recording your coworker doing her job as well? Like, clearly she's like getting an order or something from Nick. I just think the whole thing is weird. The whole thing doesn't make sense. And the fact that there's so many content creators who jumped on here to spread this rumor and say that like he's cheating on Olandria, etc., to me also just shows that people don't have media literacy. They don't look up things before they make videos. They just rush to tell a story without actually trying to gather information. I went and actually looked and saw like, what is this, before I even say anything, right?
This wasn't some secret visit. It was a work commitment publicly documented on the venue's official social media. The woman in revealing clothing? A bottle girl, doing her job, serving bottles to customers. The fact that she was dressed that way, completely standard for Vegas nightclub staff, doesn't mean anything inappropriate happened. It means she was working. Nicolandria laid all of this out methodically, dismantling Destiny's claims with facts. And he called out the problematic implications. Destiny was trying to destroy a black woman's relationship by spreading unverified rumors. But then things took an unexpected turn. After Kaylin's video, Destiny doubled down in the most intellectually dishonest way possible. She started claiming she never said Nick was cheating, that people were putting words in her mouth, that she was just being messy and didn't realize it would blow up. But you can't gaslight an audience when everyone can scroll back and read your original caption.
Now we're spreading rumors about what I said. I never said anybody was cheating. Respectfully, I don't care what anybody has to say. That is not in the industry. Y'all don't know. We get way bigger celebrities. Like, way bigger politicians, billionaires, businessmen. Like, a lot of people go there. That's just the thing. Like, the whole industry is probably ran by married men, people in relationships. Everybody's dynamic's different. Like, if I'm dating somebody and they want to go to the club, okay, that's like adult business. People are adults. People have free will. We're all allowed to do whatever we want, okay? I have no reason to make it up.
Yeah, you're going down the wrong road, babes. Nobody is spreading any rumors about you. I only quoted what you said. On your post, you said when you're working at the Spicy Club and see a certain Love Islander who you thought was supposed to be in a committed relationship. Let's use reading 101 fundamental skills. Who you thought was supposed to be in a committed relationship. So what does that say? That says that obviously whatever you think about what's happening in this club, you're implying that this person is moving in a way that is not becoming of somebody in a committed relationship, right? Yeah. You then made a follow-up video trying to show proof when somebody said, y'all believe everything you see on the internet, proof or it didn't happen. So you went and tried to show this so-called proof of like another coworker of yours clearly just like servicing him. You like somebody's comment, saying where it was, right? You're the reason that people are digging into this. So I just think like it's a little interesting that you're coming on here saying that I'm spreading misinformation when all I'm coming on here doing is actually refuting the idea and the notion that Nick was cheating on Olandria because he was at a nightclub that he was working at. A club that you can go look up and see their policies. And I said on that video, by the way, that you're not the one who said it was a strip club. I said that very clearly, go watch it back. But the internet is now taking what you said because of course they're gonna run with people coming on here saying things. And now there's a narrative that is out here. So of course, as somebody who is a commentator on pop culture and covers Love Island, I'm going to address narratives that are surfacing, and you contributed to the narrative. You don't get to throw the rock and hide your hand, or you don't just get to like, start you're the one who initiated the rumor and then be like, I don't have anything to do with this. You guys are spreading lies about me. No, I'm not. I'm addressing what you said. Okay? You said it, not me. I can't put words in your mouth. So just remember that.
The implication couldn't have been clearer. In one comment, Destiny wrote, I was being a bit messy by posting this, I'm not going to lie, but I feel like a lot of partners let their significant others go to the club, which is genuinely absurd. If she didn't think it was a big deal, why post the video with that specific caption designed to suggest infidelity? She kept trying to maintain plausible deniability, claiming she never accused Nick of cheating while simultaneously making comments like, I've seen crazy stuff, and defamation is illegal and telling the truth is not defamation, which absolutely implies she witnessed something scandalous. She even tried suggesting that bigger celebrities than Nick had been to this club, as if that somehow justified recording him without consent and posting it with suggestive framing. What makes this transparently manipulative is that Destiny kept insisting nothing inappropriate happened, but she also refused to just say, I was wrong, Nick wasn't doing anything wrong, I shouldn't have posted that video. She wanted to keep the controversy alive because the controversy was driving traffic to her page. Then her friend Sia joined Kaylin's live stream to defend Destiny, and that's when everything spectacularly collapsed. Here's where this story becomes genuinely remarkable. Destiny's friend Sia, who came specifically to defend her, somehow ended up sending Kaylin screenshots of her private texts with Destiny from that night. These texts exposed the entire lie.
And in that moment, she realized she fucked up. The trash really do be taking itself out sometimes. Like, that's the moral of this story. Because I was on live last night with my friend Shay when Destiny's friend, Destiny's the girl who made the whole accusations about Nick getting a lap dance at the strip club. Her friend came and guested with us, started arguing with us, and I cannot make this up. She sent me text messages of her and Destiny's conversation that proves that Destiny was curved by Nick and that he never got a lap dance to begin with. So you made that up. I'm gonna go ahead and read you these text messages, but I'm just still not over the fact that Sia sent them to me. Like, you sent these to me, babes. Like, not once, by the way, but twice. Because she on-sent them, and then when she realized she fucked up and didn't blur out the incriminating part of the text, she sent them again. And I screenshot them. Of course I did. And Destiny, Sia is not your friend. You never guess who's here. Justin Bieber, OMG. Nick, Love Island, OMG. Ha 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 ha. OMG. I tried to sit with him. Where you at? Laughing my ass off. He curved me. He curved you. Okay. Y'all see where this is going? The top of this is getting cut off by TikTok, but I'm gonna post the full screenshots on my Twitter, so definitely go follow me at Colinberry. But Sia says he's at the strip club. That's T. Yes, with the boys. OMG Hutch, if you took videos of that shit for TikTok, you would go viral. Bah ha ha ha. Why did he curve you? What happened? Is he really fine shit in real life? Bro, he's just not getting dances. Oh, ha 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 ha. LMAO, I can't film him. So maybe he's being a good boy. I'm dead. What did he say to you? Ha 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 ha. He's so fine. OMG, he's got a lot of ones. And Sia girl, thirsty. Go shake some ass on him. Tell him this one's from Sia. This is so fucking unserious. Bro, Nicolandria's a lie, shaking my head. Laughing my fucking ass off. Expose them, queen. Ha, just kidding. What he doing now? He's sitting talking with the stripper. Laughing my fucking ass off. Bruh, I'm getting canceled on Twitter. But let's reel it back, because remember the first video that Destiny posted with the caption, when you're working at the Spicy Club and see a certain Love Islander who you thought was supposed to be in a committed relationship. Nothing about those texts insinuate that he's doing anything that would be inappropriate within being in a committed relationship, by the way. He curved you. And according to your text, he also wasn't getting any dances. But you never anticipated that your clout chasing weirdo friend Sia would send me the texts that incriminate y'all. So that's why you came on here and boldly lied. Okay. And I'm also hollering because there's a whole video where like Destiny realizes that Sia snaked her. And then Sia also admits to the text and sending them to me, and also not blurring out the part she was supposed to blur out. You cannot make this up, y'all.
Sia said it was a setup. It was not a setup, Sia. I don't think she said that. We saw the screenshot. I did not. Wait, Sia, what did you say? Wait, Sia, come on the thing.
Oh my god, bro, I'm so sorry. Wait, hold on, what happened?
What did you say? She just said you wanted to go viral? What?
No, wait.
She omitted. What? Why did she leave?
Okay, I found myself on this creator's live. Bro, he started like really dragging me. But basically, I sent him the screenshot of me telling you to post the video.
Yeah, she did tell me that. I said no. I was like, I'm not gonna do that record this man.
I sent all the I sent this creator the screenshots, and I was like, basically, it was my idea. Stop sending her death threats. And then I also told him exactly what happened. And then he basically just...
He just doubled down, and I said, "Girl, Nick is here," and she was like, "Oh,
should I just put the screenshots here?"
Wait, but why would you post that? You're so funny.
I didn't post it.
She posted. No,
I did. I told her to post it because it would go viral. Like literally, I told her this, and now she's getting death threats, and people are being rude. And
I said no. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But then I was like, oh, I guess like. He is here, you know what I mean?
And people are saying I'm a fake friend because I didn't realize the extent of how crazy these people are. I'm so sorry.
I can't even read all the comments. This is crazy. But I went to work and that's what I saw. So I didn't realize anything bad was gonna happen. So this is my friend, y'all. She told me that. Oh my gosh, y'all are so funny.
This is ridiculous. Like people believe anything. Like.
Okay, I'm gonna kick you off the live, see, because now I'm about to.
Wait, what?
Now we got a beef. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, we have beef.
Because now I'm gonna get super duper canceled before I even get started. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
She is a terrible friend. What the hell? That he curved you. Sia did not say that, bro.
I did not.
Did you say that?
I did send the screenshot and it did say that. I forgot to block it out. I'm sorry. But it doesn't...
Okay, hold on a sec because I need to catch my breath. This is just too funny.
But let's also address this because there were several times that Destiny said that she never said he was cheating, when clearly she insinuated from her first post. But let's talk about this post her friend made, where she clearly says cheating scandal, and Destiny reposted it. So you want to spread the narrative that he was cheating. That's the thing. But your text suggests completely otherwise than what you're alleging. What is that called when you go online and purposely lie for attention? And in Destiny's own words on the live stream, did it for virality. It's called defamation. And Sia commenting things about people's ages and telling them to start their family, and DMing me all the proof you need, queen, and just being completely microaggressive on that live, by the way, won't change it for y'all. Okay, it won't change it for y'all. Also, you sending me a link to a anonymous, clearly burner account with lackluster videos, basically the video we already saw, plus another close-up one with the girl standing in front of Nick. It's like the same fucking shit, basically from a different angle. If y'all are the ones who recorded it, y'all better check the laws of Nevada, because some places it's actually a crime for you to record people without their consent, which y'all clearly did, and you made a burner account because you knew that you didn't want to be involved, but you're already involved now. See, this is what happens when you're sloppy. And keep in mind, this whole thing started because I made a video calling out inconsistencies in Destiny's video, and she wanted to have it back and forth with me. So much that her friend came on the live calling herself defending Destiny, only to snake her friend. Who needs enemies when you have friends like Sia? Because clearly there are snakes in the grass. And on that note, have a great day.
Nick rejected her advances. The same Nick who's supposedly getting lap dances and cheating on Olandria actually turned down someone who approached him. I want to be absolutely clear about what these texts prove. According to Destiny's own words, Nick was not getting lap dances. He was with friends. He turned her down when she approached, and she explicitly acknowledged he might be staying faithful to his girlfriend. Here's what makes this damning. Those texts were sent the night of the incident, before she posted her video, before she wrote that caption. She knew Nick wasn't doing anything wrong. She had the information firsthand, and she posted the video anyway, specifically framed to suggest infidelity. The texts even show Sia encouraging Destiny to post the video because it would go viral, which it obviously did. So this wasn't an impulsive mistake or a misunderstanding. This was calculated. They literally discussed creating drama around Nick and Olandria for engagement, despite Destiny's own admission in private that nothing inappropriate was happening. When your own private messages contradict your public narrative this explicitly, there's no defense. This is textbook defamation, knowingly spreading false information that damages someone's reputation. After Kalen posted these screenshots, which remarkably were sent to him by Sia herself, the response was immediate. People who had initially believed Destiny's story felt manipulated. Nicolandria supporters finally had concrete proof of what they'd been saying all along.
I can't tell you how good it feels to just never be wrong about Nick and Olandria. No matter how many of you bitches try to diminish the relationship, diminish the way he likes her, trying to bring her down. I don't know. It's just like such sweet poetic justice. Seeing all the failed attempts at people trying to humble Olandria or make her feel like, oh no, your man is just gonna switch up on you any day now, trying to be proven right. It's just so satisfying always seeing you bitches get proved wrong. Like, it's always a lie. It's always fake. There's always more to the story. Like, tell me how this girl who was trying to say all this shit about Nick in Vegas, trying to act like he was like being unfaithful to Olandria, the amount of backtracking she had to do and lying, not knowing that her friend had already sent these messages disproving what she's saying, and there were screenshots on the internet. Like, it's just so no weapon formed against them will ever prosper. Like, it's crazy. It's actually kind of crazy the lengths people will go to disprove their connection. They hate this relationship and they literally won't let it die down. Like, Love Island was how many months ago, and y'all keep giving them clout. Like, you bitches who don't like them, you keep giving them clout. You keep trying to disprove them or like break them up. I don't know what the like, what is this? What is this? And it just never works. And I'm just always right. I love being right. I'm always right. Ha 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 ha.
In the clips Kalen captured, you can actually watch Sia realize in real time that she's just completely destroyed her friend's credibility. She attempts to backpedal, claiming she was trying to show that Destiny was telling the truth, but the texts prove the exact opposite. She tries claiming the texts were taken out of context, but there's no context that would make "he curved me" and "he's not getting dances" somehow mean he was definitely cheating. What's particularly revealing is how this completely undermines Destiny's entire defense strategy. She had spent days insisting that people misinterpreted her video, that she had no malicious intent, that she was just being playfully messy without thinking it through. But these texts prove she knew exactly what she was doing. She had first-hand knowledge that Nick did nothing wrong, and she still posted the video with that carefully crafted caption designed to make people think he was unfaithful. This also exposes the motivation clearly. The texts show Sia explicitly telling Destiny to post because it would go viral. This wasn't about spilling tea or keeping it real, terms influencers love using to justify spreading unverified information. This was about clout, pure calculation. They identified an opportunity to get views by implying that a black woman in a high-profile interracial relationship was being cheated on, and they executed that plan despite knowing it was false. The timing makes this particularly insidious. Nicolandria had already been dealing with months of people questioning their relationship, claiming it was manufactured, suggesting Nick was only with Olandria for followers. Ace Green had gone on a podcast and strongly implied their connection wasn't genuine. There's been this persistent narrative, particularly in certain corners of the Love Island fandom, that Nicolandria is a showmance rather than a real relationship. So when Destiny posted that video, she wasn't just spreading a random rumor in isolation. She was feeding directly into a pre-existing campaign designed to delegitimize Olandria's relationship and happiness. That's what elevates this from standard influencer messiness to something genuinely harmful. Let's address what's really happening here, because this Vegas Club situation doesn't exist in a vacuum. Olandria has been subjected to a level of scrutiny and hatred that is wildly disproportionate to anything she's actually done. And if you've been paying attention to the patterns, you understand exactly why. Kaylin Berry has been one of the few creators consistently calling this out. There's a specific group of people who seem pathologically invested in proving that Nicolandria is fake. They analyze every Instagram post looking for evidence of inauthenticity. They dissect every interview for signs of discomfort. They create elaborate theories about how Nick and Olandria are just pretending to be together for brand deals and followers. And when asked why they care so much about the personal relationship of two reality TV contestants, the answers are always tellingly vague. But here's what's actually driving this obsessive scrutiny. A lot of this hatred stems from racism and colorism. Olandria is a dark-skinned black woman in an interracial relationship with a white man, and for a certain subset of people, that's fundamentally unacceptable. They don't want to see her succeed. They don't want to see her happy. They don't want to see her with Nick. So they'll manufacture whatever reasons necessary to explain why the relationship must be fake, doomed, or problematic. The Vegas Club rumor is just the latest example of this pattern. Destiny saw an opportunity to undermine Olandria's relationship, and she took it, despite having direct knowledge that Nick hadn't done anything wrong. She weaponized people's existing skepticism about Nicolandria, their existing prejudices about interracial relationships, their existing willingness to believe negative narratives about black women in the public eye. This is why Kaylin's methodical debunking matters beyond just correcting one false rumor. He's pushing back against a much larger, much more harmful pattern that has been targeting Olandria since the moment she and Nick got together. He's making it clear that we're not going to allow people to destroy a black woman's happiness simply because they're uncomfortable with who she's chosen to be with. We're not going to let creators spread lies for engagement. We're not going to participate in the systematic harassment of someone who has done nothing wrong except exist in a relationship that makes certain people uncomfortable. The attacks on Olandria are rarely framed in explicitly racial terms. They're couched in language about authenticity and clout chasing and being fake. But when you look at the pattern of who gets subjected to this treatment and who doesn't, when you see how quickly people are willing to believe the worst about her based on no evidence, when you notice how much more scrutiny she faces compared to white or lighter-skinned contestants in similar situations, the racial dynamics become impossible to ignore. For Nick and Olandria, this is just another entry in a long list of manufactured controversies they've had to endure. They've dealt with people claiming their relationship is fake. They've dealt with former castmates suggesting they don't have genuine chemistry. They've dealt with constant speculation, criticism, and bad faith attempts to tear them down. And through all of it, they've simply continued living their lives, posting about each other, traveling together, building their relationship on their own terms regardless of the noise. That's ultimately what's so frustrating about situations like this. Nick and Olandria aren't creating drama. They're not feuding with other islanders. They're not manufacturing controversy for attention. They're literally just trying to exist as a couple in peace. But because of who they are, specifically because of who Olandria is and who she's chosen to be with, there's a constant target on their relationship. This entire situation should never have become a story. The actual facts are completely mundane. A guy attended a nightclub for a work event, turned down someone who approached him inappropriately, didn't get any lap dances, and went home. That's the entire story. But because there are people so invested in tearing down this specific couple, someone decided to manufacture a scandal out of literally nothing. The only reason the truth came out is because Kaylin Berry was willing to do actual research before jumping on the bandwagon. He investigated the club. He found the Instagram story showing it was a work event. He called out the inconsistencies in Destiny's narrative. And when Sia accidentally provided the text receipts, he shared them publicly, giving Nick and Olandria the vindication they deserved. This is what accountability and content creation actually looks like. Not just repeating whatever gets engagement, not participating in pile-ons without verification. actually doing the work to determine what's true before potentially destroying someone's reputation. If you think Destiny owes Nick and Olandria a public apology, and honestly, after knowingly spreading false information that could have seriously damaged their relationship and mental health, that seems like the absolute bare minimum. Let me know in the comments. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire situation, it's this. You need to do your own research before believing something you see online. Don't blindly share or engage with content just because it's trending or because it confirms what you already suspect. Actually investigate the claims. Look for inconsistencies. Consider the source and their potential motivations. Ask yourself what they gain from this narrative. Destiny's video went viral precisely because people wanted to believe it. They wanted confirmation that Nicolandria was fake, that Nick was a cheater, that their skepticism had been justified all along. So they didn't question the story. They didn't investigate whether the club was actually a strip club. They didn't wonder why Nick would supposedly cheat so publicly if he was actually trying to hide something from Olandria. They didn't consider that maybe a 15-second video with a vague caption wasn't sufficient evidence to conclude someone was being unfaithful. They just ran with the narrative because it was satisfying. But the truth, as it so often does, told a completely different story. And the people who spread the false narrative without verification ended up looking foolish when the actual evidence emerged. This is also a case study in why accountability matters in digital spaces. If Kalen hadn't been willing to call Destiny out, if he hadn't been willing to do the investigative work, if he hadn't been willing to share those text receipts when they came to him, this lie might have stuck. People might genuinely believe that Nick cheated. Olandria might have had to deal with even more harassment and speculation than she already does. The truth might have been buried under a pile of engagement-driven false narratives. So if you've been participating in the attacks on Nicolandria, leaving hostile comments, sharing videos questioning their relationship, spreading rumors about them, I want you to ask yourself some honest questions. What about their relationship bothers you so much? Why are you so invested in proving they're not real? And is it possible that your reasons have more to do with your own biases and discomfort than with anything they've actually done? Because here's the thing. Nick and Olandria don't owe you proof of their relationship. They don't owe you constant updates or grand gestures or whatever arbitrary standard you've decided they need to meet to be considered legitimate. They're two adults who met on a reality show, developed feelings for each other, and are now exploring a relationship outside the cameras. That's all it needs to be. If you don't like them as a couple, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Nobody's required to be a fan. But there's a massive difference between "I don't think they're a good match" and actively spreading lies, manufacturing scandals, and participating in the systematic harassment of a black woman whose only crime is being happy in an interracial relationship. That's not criticism. That's not opinion. That's cruelty. And it needs to stop. The Destiny situation proves that these attacks on Nicolandria aren't based on legitimate concerns or genuine observations. They're based on people's desire to see this specific relationship fail, even when they have to lie to make it happen. And when creators are willing to knowingly spread false information just to get engagement, they're not doing commentary, they're doing damage. If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking with this entire breakdown. Make sure you're following Kalen Berry on TikTok and Instagram. He's been one of the few voices consistently calling out these targeted attacks on Olandria, and doing so with receipts and research rather than just speculation. The work he's doing to push back against these false narratives matters, and he deserves the support. And if you want to see more deep dives like this, where we actually investigate claims instead of just repeating them, where we call out dishonesty and manipulation, where we refuse to participate in pile-ons without evidence, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. The Nicolandria story is far from over, and I'll be here to break down every development with the research and nuance it deserves. As for Destiny, when your own friend accidentally destroys your entire narrative by sending the receipts to the person calling you out, that's probably a sign you need to seriously reconsider your approach to content creation. Credibility, once lost this thoroughly, is nearly impossible to rebuild. Olandria, if you somehow see this, you deserve so much better than the constant manufactured drama and bad faith attacks. The fact that you and Nick keep moving forward despite all of this says everything about your character and nothing about the people trying to tear you down. Truth has a way of coming out, and when it does, you want to be on the right side of it. Until next time, I'll be here breaking down the stories that matter, with the receipts to back them up.